Alright, folks, let's go ahead and get started. I'm Bjorn Evenly, and welcome to another episode of Star Technology. It's so silly, but I love that noise. It's just real quiet in the background, and every time I walk by, I just smile. So we are working towards just a couple of small things, is all. That was nanoprocessors, good. We're going to work... Oh, I gotta get the tempered glass. This is an example of why I need to move all this stuff over to ME system. And I know I said need that time, and I've said need before, but that time I really meant it. Just, you know, everything stops while you work on your ME system. So, we need to get better atmosphere processing because, and I'll show you why, this is what I'm working on right now, is I'm actually getting these set up. I decided to bite the bullet, and we're making a couple of stacks of, like, this one is terrible. So many quantum eyes. I can't come up with a good way to block this. I could put something in here, like tempered glass, or, signal glass, and then make, like, 5 stacks of it, and then there's only the one left. But then I'd have to, like, filter everything that pulls out of it. And at the end of the day, we've got infinite resources. Why don't we use infinite resources? So, instead of minimizing our consumption, I'm going to try to maximize our production. And this one still isn't pulling nether stars. I think I got that squared away. But the reason we're doing all this is because I made a ton of control casings and a ton of gratings for the assembly lines that we have to build. But the assembly line casings themselves, right, it's 3 things that you need to make. You've also got laminated glass, and you've also got solid steel, but that's, trivial. And then the assembly line itself is made out of these guys. Well, these guys both require an IV sensor and IV emitter. And I'm assuming that's going to become trivially cheap here in the medium future. But for the now, I need basically one of these for every ingredient in any given assembly line recipe. And I also need 4 of them for every assembly line total. So we need to make IV sensors. And I'm not going to make IV sensors unless I do the whole line, because I will never use them, but it will make me feel better that I have them, because there would be nothing worse than being like, oh, I've got LV, MV, EV, and IV. That sounds like EV evolutions in Pokemons. In fact, that would be awesome. Your EV evolved into LV. No! Sorry, what was my point? Oh, my point was, it'd be terrible if I didn't have any HV sensors because I did everything else, so I've got a bunch of them sitting around, and I have to go stop what I'm doing, go track down Eyes of Ender. Where do I have Eyes of Ender? So that's why we're moving all these where they go. So, I made the autoclave. So the autoclave gets, quartzite, and that's kind of a pain. But it turned out not to be that big a deal. We just literally do quartzite dust, which we're making from the ore processors, and we'll mix it with water because that's easy to get right here. And yeah, there's only a 70% chance, and it's actually 90% chance, I think, as long as that tier thing is actually working. It doesn't show me anywhere whether or not it's actually working, so I'm kind of just taking it on faith that works, but... anyways, we're not going to work on this today because the thing that's actually eating us is when we get to the EV and IV tiers, we need radon. Radon for Eyes of Ender and radon for quantum stars. We don't have the quantum stars automated yet because they require nether stars, and our nether stars are being weirdly picky. I mean, I know, I'm like, free nether stars, oh, it's so irritating that it doesn't work. But, that's kind of what I'm being like. And so I just finally realized the reason why basalts, one of these is basalts. That's fire, that's ice, lightning, basalts. Okay, the reason why basalts is so slow is because we didn't have any liquid basalts. Why didn't we have any liquid basalts? Because we didn't have any basalts. Well, why didn't we have any basalts? Because basalts requires helium, and oh my goodness, you need so much helium. Yeah. So I was relying on the atmospheric distillation tower, I guess, where you freeze the liquid, the air into liquid air, and then you run it through the distillation tower, which is kind of weird. I don't know that it works like that, but fine, whatever. It sounds cool. It sounds all sci-fi-y. And the problem is that it's like a 100-second recipe. So I'm trying to figure out where it is. So I just reran this line, so it's all IV, and even still, with 2 of them in there, it's running at LUV power and eating all of our power. It's still a 13-second recipe, and from that 13 seconds, we get 1 bucket of helium gas. Compare that to over here, where we get monazite, and we extract monazite, we get helium gas. Now, this eats our monazite, but I don't know that I need monazite for anything other than helium, right? So the monazite, we electrolyze it to get phosphate and rare earth, and this was how we were getting phosphate, but apatite is better. So I'd been real hesitant because I couldn't remember what we'd use monazite for, but I think this is probably our best bet, because this is a 2-second recipe, and I guess we only get 200 millibuckets. It's not there's just no good way to get it. Anyhow, this might go to a big block later, so we can kind of ramp that up. And I might even use, what was that, an extractor? So we might use the multi-block extractor, and then we can use the multiple hatch, what is it called? The parallel hatches. So I'm kind of going back and forth, but the thing is radon. So, sorry, let me rephrase this. Over here, we don't need nitrogen this way. It's kind of nice, but we can also just, at the point where we're using it, run the electrolyzer on one of these. Well, saltpeter would be good. We get potassium, oxygen, nitrogen that way. But there was something else in here that was like, oh, actually, you know what? Ender pearls would probably be a good way to do it. We don't need the beryllium and the potassium, but we're not doing anything with our ender pearls. Okay. There was something else that hydrogen, monochloramine, something else in here we used to get nitrogen. That's pretty easy. No, I'm not finding it. Not ammonia. We make ammonia. Oh, it was. Maybe I was just doing distillery. Anyways, point is nitrogen's not too bad. We might leave this here for nitrogen. Now that I'm looking at it though. And then oxygen. This is not a terrible way to get oxygen. And now that I'm looking at it again, 11 buckets over 13 seconds is kind of okay. It's actually even better than the electrolyzers I've been using. So that one's okay. Carbon dioxide we just don't need. I know that there was a loop that Philippe was giving us where you put carbon dioxide in to make formic acid. So carbon dioxide and water makes formic acid and oxygen. And then you loop the formic acid around with the electrolyzer. And you get carbon dust, hydrogen. No, one of these. Huh. There's something in here you do. Oh, right. You do this. You electrolyze the formic acid, and you get carbon and oxygen. And then you run the carbon together at the oxygen. So it's a 3-machine cycle. But you get carbon dioxide back out of it with a little... That's not it. Carbon dioxide, there we go. You get the carbon and the oxygen, you get carbon dioxide again. So this part is a closed loop, so you could do it with just... Oh no, this is how you get hydrogen. Okay, maybe I don't have a good way to get oxygen yet. But there's a loop there that we could do faster than this. And it requires carbon dioxide. So this is how you get hydrogen. So this does produce hydrogen. We would just have to run it through a loop. That's all I'm kind of getting at, I guess. And then the helium, of course, is slow. So it's not that it's not important. It's just not helpful. But then the last one here is argon. And I kind of think we need to leave the distillation tower running because this is the only place to get argon. Oh, wait a second. Nitrous oxide. Oh, this is Abydos. Okay. And argon we could use in the electric blast furnace. But I think No, now that I'm looking at it, maybe this is always optional. I don't remember any of these being a requirement when I was looking through earlier. But, of course, so... Well, in fact, you know what? There's 22 recipes in here with argon. So if there's more than 22 recipes without it, or sorry, more than 44, we know that they've at least been doubled. That's not how that works, because now I'm looking at that going, some of them are neon. Okay, well, that's not helpful. Oh. Bummer. Why are we... Where are we sending this? Where are we sending argon? This is a good question. -9, 25, -4. -9, 25. So, over here. And then down a couple. I'm terrible at following these directions. -9. This one. Vernacular. Oh, right. Output bus for the Naquita wafers. Okay, so we definitely need no recipe. Yeah, there's only one recipe and it requires argon. Okay, so this is the only source for argon. So the fact that we need this is pretty telling. And honestly, I'm making a ton of Naquita, so let's go ahead and just ramp that all the way up. And in fact, you know what? This is actually probably a good way to do this. One of them, they both go on when it's down at like 256. And they both go on when it's below that value. Huh, I should change all of these to be like that, but that's not going to happen on camera. There's about 30 of them in here, maybe, and that's irritating. I do like this setup a little bit better than this setup. I don't know why I didn't do that this earlier. The only thing I come up with is that ender drawers were actually really expensive for a really long time. Anyhow, we need to run over and... Actually, I think I can prepare this a little bit. We're going to come over here and grab... I can grab 8 watertight steel. Nope. Watertight steel. Because we need more watertight steel if we're going to make the high-tier distillation tower. And so we're going to kind of go backwards, because I want to convert those... Where am I going? Over here. Right, okay. I want to convert those distillation towers into the multi-block, the fractionating distilleries, and then choose which ones we get. So, for example, I don't think we need nitrogen dioxide. I don't think we do need deuterium, but we don't need that much of it. So, and a lot of these I need to just avoid. We get helium out of this, but I'm already tapping it for 3 places, and it's not that much. And anyways, so after we make the void thing, we're actually gonna put the vacuum freezer here and create the liquid nether air on the spot, because right now it's abysmally slow, because right now the particular chain is making the nether air that gets siphoned off into here and the ender air that gets siphoned off into here. So we only create a little bit of ender air while this is processing. And the thing that we really need a lot of is radon, which is amusing to me that it's the very last one. So you have to build the tallest tower, like Shrek. It is, it's 2 up off the ground, as opposed to this one's 1 up off the ground. So we're actually going to hit the top. I thought about doing it horizontally, but I don't think that gains us anything. I mean, we can access everything here, but then we have to figure out how we're going to get, the processing done. And it just takes up more space. So I think we're going to go ahead and do this up off the ground like we're expecting. Although I could do it set into the ground. That's an idea. I did set everything to go. All right, so we're going to start building, and we're going to go backwards. We're going to do ender air, and then we'll do nether air, and then we'll do regular air, and then we'll look at doing fermented biomass, and whether we even still need to do fermented biomass by that point. I don't need these yet. I need these. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they go into the assembler, which we just made last episode. So, and after the episode, I did move this around, and oh man, this was not hard, but the lubricant here is the source. In fact, I can just run over to the source real quick. This is definitely something that I wanted to do off camera because it's just walking back and forth. This is what sends off all the lubricant. Well, you've got to go track all these down and update their coordinates. Otherwise, things will start breaking. And in the past, I've done the situation where I just move it, and if it breaks, it breaks. No big deal. The downside of that, of course, is eventually you run into a situation where there's something, it's 6 months later, and you finally find what it was that broke, because now it matters. It didn't matter for 6 months, and then you're like, what was I doing? And you've got to refigure it out every time. So it's better to do it all at once, but it is, it was 45 minutes of just running around grabbing stuff. I didn't mind because I was happily watching Dragon Ball, but yeah, that was a thing. Okay, and then of course this one, this just kills me. This, of all the ender tanks, this fermented biomass has never stopped. We've always had this one running, and I can't figure out why this one is better than the other ones. The only thing I can come up with is, are they in the same chunk? No, because it's over here. No, it's over here. Oh, llamas. What are you? Oh, bat. These bats, I tell you. So many llamas. Pigs. This is funny. That I like. Llama, chicken, cow, llama, sheep. I'm a birdie too. Okay, so yeah, this is the lubricant, and that was actually okay. I said it would have been terrible to try to show. I could have, I guess, sped up the footage, but it was much more relaxing to just go and just wander, check out my base, see what was going. And then while I did that, I also moved it from over here over to here. And now this is all ugly. I get that. I understand that. Oh, hey, look. Okay, is one of these... Sorry, this is negative 12 something 24. No, 17. Negative 12 something 23. Okay, so if I grab this... Aha, that is going to that one. Okay. So what we need to do is, because that's a cutter, let's go ahead and fix this, because eventually, actually, more than eventually, that's empty. No, it's not. I did break the lubricant, so no lubricant is going. In fact, this one's not working. We can tell because this doesn't have full lubricant. So let's go ahead and pick a side. That's that side. There we go. And then we switch this to out, pop this in here, and then this should be filling up. Yep, okay, and then we can break this. One less ender tank to worry about. And again, it's not that I don't like the ender tanks mod. I love the ender tanks mod. It doesn't seem to scale, and it doesn't seem to do well. I thought maybe point to point would do it. Anyhow, I'm sorry, we're getting off track. I needed to make these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But all of these little teeny improvements we're doing, they all help everything all the time. So I'm not super worried about it. Okay, so we got the watertight casings, and just grab these for now. We'll run over here, and we're going to put them down. Then we're going to do it 2 out. That's what we said. And then there's a corner that's missing. So right here, right here. And I've already run the IV line, so we can just put it across here. And that actually works out well. As long as we don't cover this, I think we're okay. So, oh, this one. I spent 20 minutes bug fixing. Bro, I'll come get it later. Oh, it's not up here anymore. Spent like 20 minutes trying to bug fix one of the distillation towers. In fact, the lubricant one I was just showing you. And I could not figure out why it didn't work until I finally remembered. Oh, right, there's that one steel pipe. Oh, and this actually requires the LV, HV. Nope, come on, one of these is a... that's why. Okay, one of these is a... See, like this one throws me off. It says chemically inert, so it's under I for inert. Why? Why did you do that to me? There we go. Muffler hatch. This one requires a muffler hatch. So, oh, you know what? We actually have to make the machine itself, don't we? I did make my life a little easier. And in here, we should have a billion distillation towers. Yep. And then the distillation towers, we accidentally made too many large iridium pipes. So we can do that and grab 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got enough for 11 distillation towers. It's kind of the only thing that these guys use. And it was 2 pumps, right? Yeah, 2 pumps and 2 chips. So the chips are right here. And the pumps are right here. And so far, this has been working out well. I've pulled out 4 stacks of quantum processors in order to make certain things. And it reset itself, no problem. So I'm moderately optimistic that that's working correctly. And then I came over here and didn't bother to actually make the thing. And my inventory is full because I've got all the assembly line stuff in here to remind me that we're doing this for assembly lines, which, as I'm saying that out loud, makes me go, maybe that's a little silly. Okay, we'll put this here. It feels cramped, but this is going to go away, so that's okay. And then the way that the fractionating distillery works, and this, I don't know, this is something that would be helpful for me, so I'm going to go ahead and include it. So we built this here, right? In fact, been doing it like this because you need these corner pieces, and they literally don't touch anything else. Okay, so you put them down like that, and now I can put the corners on here. And we've got that. Then this one is a loop. And if we are clever about this, we will put this guy here. The fractionate. Oh, wait. No. Oh, no. I just realized. Okay, we are going to set this in the ground because we need one a head high. So. Yikes. Okay, let's. That won't take too long. I could use. Oh, no. I didn't mark where it was. Okay, so 1, 2, skip 1, and then here. And that's okay. It's just going to go above these. The only thing we have to watch out for is the aluminum wire. What was I saying? The muffler hatch has to have. I don't like the fractionating distilleries because it makes it so that you have to have the muffler hatch go out into the air, which is not cool. That's not cool. Don't make me do that. We might not have enough of the this stuff, the watertight casing. Now, this is the first big one of these I've made, so I guess I was a little bit cocky when I said this is. I'm going to show you how to make it, but I think it'll be okay. Oh, and you know what I just realized? I bet you the entire thing. That's good. Okay, hold on. So use here, and to make the we need one of these to make the molten stabilizer. That's still UV power, so it's still a ways away. But that's my new next thing. We're gonna need. It's gonna be like 10. But what I want to know is, each one of these is that big. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Regardless, this is still how I would do it. And yeah, we'll put these down. And then I guess this will probably be easiest to do like this. And so I will need to go get some more steel pipe casings. And part of why I'm doing this on camera is because I did the first one not on camera, which seemed like kind of not cheating, but like taking away from your process here. So we'll go ahead and just grab all of the steel pipe casings. And yeah, I think we can just we'll put you down. Put you down. And then here, we'll do it like this. Put that down. And then this is what I was saying. The muffler hatch has to have an egress. So this has to point up because all of these steel pipe casings come down like this. And I can actually do this from the ground, can't I? So can I reach? I can't. Can I reach from here? Yes. Oh, that was not cool. Do that. That was my bad. Okay, and then make sure it's back up again. I think that's pointing up. You know what? I'll just bloop. And then I can see it better. Yeah, it's pointing up. Okay, so from here, this one needs to be surrounded. None of these produce any of the ash. It's only a couple of the machines that produce the ash. So which muffler hatch you make, unless I'm mistaken, and I could be mistaken, I have been mistaken before, entirely depends on which one's easiest to make. So on this machine, everything has to go in the bottom 2 layers, or in our case, the second layer here, except for the output hatches. They have to go on these fins right here. So how do... I guess it'd be easiest to just do... Oh, you know what? It doesn't even matter. I can just loop. And then I've got the boots. The boots are... The next tier of boots is coming. I really want to make the next tier of things, because the next tier of boots actually gives us a speed boost as well. Okay, that wasn't anywhere near as hard as I thought it was going to be. Now, here's the question. Is that enough? Because it doesn't look like enough, does it? Looks like it's 1 shy. And if it's 1 shy, that's not good. I can't do it 2 down in there. Do we just... I think I might have forgotten that the okay, hold on. Let's see. Let's look at it like this. If I have the large fractionating distillery, and these ones, they have to be... Okay, so like this one, it... Oh. No, these can be like power input and stuff. These... Well, no. Okay, so any of these ones. I thought they had to be the fins. The rules feel real arcane to me, but you'll notice these ones, none of these can be outputs. They all have to be the inputs. So, So it'll be 1, 2, 3 in a corner. So 1, 2, 3. If I break this... Dang it. Okay. I don't want to have to go pick up another gold block. So we'll just do this and that. Put it back. Why does that... Oh, it's going to go in the water. That's not good. Okay, let's go take a look. If I come over here... I can't get in there. Oh, no. Oh, whew, okay. If I come in here... Alright, come on. Oh, the other thing that the next tier up of helmet does is it gives you breathing. Okay, so this I don't care about breaking so much. So it's this one here is the warp. So 1, 2, 3. So if I came in here and built myself a little 1, 2, 3, 4. And, you know, a little pipe through the water. Yeah, that'll be okay. And then the question is, do we want it up, out? I don't think we do. Is there any way out of here? There is, but we're going to go ahead and warp again. Okay. I'm okay with this. I don't love it, but I don't hate it either. All right, and then getting back up, though, it is a bit of a pain because, obviously, it's... The step assist I've very much already gotten used to. Oh, don't fall down there. Good. The nice part is because this is all angles, you can just run down there and get it off the corner. Okay, so you and muffler hatch goes there. It's going to go up through the water pipe. which I just realized is also a paraphernalia term, so don't mind me. And you. I don't know how we're going to get this done. We might need more ladders. I need that one done. Jump click. Yes, excellent. No! I missed this side. And then the little floaty bit. It's a little bit annoying, but we're good. Are you formed? No, because it doesn't have power and it doesn't have other things. So power is going to come in right here. I should have a energy hatch. Okay. And I guess right here, we'll put down the maintenance hatch. That should be good. Nope, still not good enough. And then we'll do the input hatch right here. I think we can put the input hatch on the second layer. In fact, let's go double check. Watertight casing, multi-block, 2 over. This one here, that's energy. That's multi. But these over here aren't changing. Again, it used to show you what they are, and I'm wondering if it's not a graphics card issue, because I've run into a graphics card issue on a couple of other games I've been trying to play. There's the input hatch. And then basically, where do we want to have the outputs? Right here would be perfect, wouldn't it? So we'll do a ULV output. Well, okay, here's the thing. Do we want this ice or ender pearl dust? We just decided that that's a good form of, yeah, we'll go ahead and keep it. I don't think it produces it at every time. Distillation tower. It's got a 10% chance to make at IV. Oh, you know what? We want this to be LUV, don't we? So let's go ahead and make that happen. I could. We might also upgrade it with parallel control hatches. I haven't gotten them to work the way I want them to, but I think it'll be okay. Yeah. So we'll put the. So we're gonna put the freezer right here, and then we'll put the. We'll put a stack of stuff that makes what we freeze right here. Or maybe we'll put the stack right here. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. And then, what was the next bit? Input hatch. Output hatch. Output bus. Words. Okay, so why aren't you forming? That's not a good sign. It should have formed by now, I thought. It's got the hatch. It's got that. It's got to have at least one output hatch. That's, I bet you, what it is. So this is the third layer, and I think in this third layer we can do this and have an output hatch. That's it. Okay, good. Okay, it wasn't the output bus. It was the output hatch. It's got to have at least one output hatch, which is weird to me, but whatever. So what we want to know is which ones of these do we actually want? Because that's going to affect how we put these down. Nitrogen dioxide we needed for... Oh, that makes nitric acid easier, but I don't want to rely on it, so we're not going to do that. Nitrogen dioxide and water makes nitric acid and nitric oxide, but I don't want the nitric oxide. Okay, so we're not going to rely on that. Dinitrogen tetroxide. You know, it doesn't matter. Let's just make all of them. I think it's fine. Where are we going to put... Let's put the letter here for now. And then... see, like right there, I think we can... Good enough. Input hatch is here. Yeah, and then you're the output hatch, and we need... What did we decide? One, we've already got. Two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. Is this really only a 6 or 7 at all? So many giant structures. I'm loving it, but I'm also dreading it. Oh. Come on. Come on. You can do it. And then these are all going to come out. I just need to make sure that I'm not obsessing about saving it. I need to remember that any one of these that I'm not using, I was going to just not have the output hatch. Although, let's check one more time. Helium, tritium, krypton. Krypton we need for something. Xenon we need for something. Yeah, so it's for the blast furnace. But there's also... Was there something in here we needed it for? There's so... Oh, the fusion reactor. Yeah, this is how we get the plutonium line going. So we'll definitely stick with that. And then xenon is also a good thing. So basically, I think these are like the only ways to get these. I mean, we could make them with nuclear reacting, but yeah, and this is just liquid plutonium. Either way, this is the only way to get xenon. It's the only way to get krypton. It's the only way to... Oh. Okay, tritium, we get... Basically, you're reducing deuterium. So that might be a thing. If I remember correctly, tritium is... can't remember if it's hydrogen or helium. I bet you this will tell us. Hydrogen. Okay, so hydrogen is 1 proton, 1 neutron, and I think deuterium is like 1 proton and 2 neutrons, and then tritium is 1 and 3. But it could be something else. The point is that it's still technically a charge of 1, but they're like heavier, so they act like hydrogen, but they have the atomic weight of higher elements, and we use them for all the various nuclear reaction stuff because I guess they're easy. I don't know. We've run into my limit of knowledge here. Okay, so let's leave these for now and jump over to here, which is where we're going to have a freezer. So let's go get the freezer. Oh, I was going to go up. I forgot. I moved it all down here. It's much more convenient down here, but not if I keep warping to the wrong area first. We can get rid of you. Let's go. Actually, we are going to warp upstairs because I want to get rid of a couple of these things. Like you, and this brick can go away, and these cobblestone can go away. I know. There's a trash can up at the top, but they go through there and they fall out of the water and then they go into the void. I'm not throwing it down here because it stays in the water mostly. But the trash can, it's just I don't want trash can. I don't know. I don't like this trash can. I don't know what it is about it. I want an actual physical block in the world. Or actually, I like the little trash can icon here where you had one chance to save it. That I like, but whatever. So, freezer. We need a freezer, and I'm just working this backwards so that I don't have to worry about what we're doing. I did move the frost-free casings over here because we've got so many of these. I like the rainbow. That's fun. Lots of different colors. And we will do an output hatch. The only thing is, how are we going to get power over here? I think the answer is... we're going to bring it back over to here, bring it up, and then around. That's probably the only real effective way we're going to get that done. Yeah, and then eventually I can actually move this line over, so it'll be here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just thinking about what we're going to do. So output hatch is U mixed with the screwdriver. Output hatch is a go. And then we'll line this up right here. So what else is this going to need? It's going to need the... Why can't I find these anymore? there, and then it's going to need the actual vacuum freezer, and that can go away. Frostproof casings. And then what we're looking for is the ender air. Right, so liquid ender air is just all by itself in the vacuum freezer, so we'll need an input hatch. And I think for once we're going to go down. We could go up, but it seems more fun to go down. Let's see how that works. Oh, and then we do need the power tap. So power tap is going to go right. It'll go on the bottom. But we are going to do the input hatch right here. And I am almost out of input hatches. I might have a few sitting over there, but it's fine. Oh, wait, I did just say we were going to go up and over so I can... Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Whether it's 3 high and I can walk under it, or it's 1 high and I can walk over it, I guess that part doesn't matter. Okay, so IV energy hatch, and then that's formed. I do need those ladders back. Good job. I should just use scaffolding. So up here, we're going to do... To get the liquid ender air, we need to make ender air. And that is a mixer with end agglomeratio and nether air. So it's going to be an input bus, and they're going to go parallel, I think. I might not have enough room now that I'm looking at this. I might have to... Well, I can go 1, 2, 3. As long as they're in the air and they're not blocking the walkway. I mean, not that there needs to be a walkway, but, you know. Let's try it. Mixers, Kovar. I can do that. That's going to be over here. Although the mixers themselves are upstairs. I'm actually running out. That means that I made a stack, and that after I had made a bunch of them, then I made a stack of mixers. So I've put down probably 75 mixers. I'm trying to keep track of that sort of thing. And then this is so overwhelming. These are all new in the last couple of days, and it's strange how your Minecraft world affects your mindset. Okay, Kovar. Nope. Nope, this is not going to have Kovar. I do need that, and I need some of that. I don't have any Kovar. Okay. I am actually starting to overheat, so I'm going to go pause this, go inside, drink some water, and cool off. And then I'll be back in a moment, but I'll have Kovar when I do. Alright, we got the Kovar, and I had forgot to put these guys back in here. Somewhere along the line, I have... Oh, no. They're matched up. So, yeah, we'll have a few more necrocoil blocks. Not that they are strictly necessary at this point. Okay. So, I probably should have made some more input hatches while I was gone, huh? It's okay. They don't... Come on. They don't take too long. I've been oh, actually, you know what? I bet you I have more in the thing, because I think I made 2 stacks last time. Okay, so this one is going to have an input bus. This is just output hatch, right? Because we're making the ender air. So it's just going to have an output hatch. So we need an input bus over here. Hatch. For the end agglomeratio. And an input hatch on the top. And power will come right here. I need to go get some more power, don't I? Got 1 left. Alright. I like these machines. They seem so complicated to set up, and some of them are. But like the ones where it's like 1 input, 1 output, or just one of either, so much easier. This actually needs to go, so I can put down the maintenance hatch. And then, let's not get confused. Let's put the mixer down. Normally I do the mixer in place, but in this case, I was... and then we need the input hatch up here. Where did we do the input hatch of this one? Using... That's an output hatch. So yeah. Input hatch. Okay, formed. Good. And then this one is going to need... Okay, so how do we get... We'll do ender air. We'll do nether air on the up. So nether air is going to need another mixer. Okay. Nope. Down. Output hatch, yeah. And then this mixer is going to also have nether agglomeratio. I'm not sure that this is the best way to do this, but I got to do something. It's not that whether it's the best way to do it or not. And I could share floor and wall, but so far that's been causing me problems later on when I try to upgrade or change things. So it's not that I don't love that idea. I really do. I love the idea of sharing, but it's causing grief. So we are holding off on that. I just need another mixer. Oh, this is our last mixer. Then the question becomes, do we make more? I was thinking we should be done with the mixers by this point, but I didn't realize just how much the parallel hatches aren't my thing. So we'll see. We'll see. I like this building part where it's like you just build stuff. Oh. Wait. To get the ender air, we need nether air. To get the nether air, we just need air. Okay, that part's easy. That part we can handle. Because otherwise I'm going to run into the roof. I don't want that. Oh, I need... Ah, dang it. I need... It's fine. It's right here if I can get there. I should probably just take a stack of these. I always have them on me. It's going to eat into our tungsten steel, but so be it. All right, so you, and then we have the output hatch going down. We have the input bus going to the side. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to do the input hatch here, right there. And so it's a little different than the other ones, but it'll be okay. And then because it's so awkward and cramped up here now, I'm going to do this part first. Oh, that actually spaced out just right, didn't it? And then hopefully this all lines up. No! It's not that I begrudged the half a second to get back up and down. Okay, it did. Okay, so you're done. We just need to get the power up there, and I think I'm out of wire. I am. It's okay, because I've got the wire right over here. I'm also amused by the fact that... No, I don't want that. I thought I had the wire over here. But, close. I'm amused by the fact that if I was doing this kind of the way you're supposed to, where you're doing a lot of on-demand crafting... I'm not over here. I'm over here. Okay. If I was doing this way you're kind of... Again, not supposed to, but, you know, the way they were envisioning it, I would have... to really plan out how I'm doing stuff. And so I appreciate the fact that I don't have to do that. Yeah, we'll just do it like this. And then we'll need a little bit further because I'm going to have some more machines over there. But that's fine. Let's go ahead and mark you, and you. And I'm not sure that this will work. Oh, it will. Good. And once you're here, yeah, you seem to be able to clip. But like if you're intersecting any of them, it doesn't like to place the block down. Okay. So this point, I need to... that. Yeah, let's go grab... I think that this will work as fast as anything else. We just need the air collector. gas collector. I need the IV gas collector. Yeah. So it's a machine hull. Oh, I'm out of fluid filters after this. That's going to cause an issue. Come on. There we go. So in here we need, was it 2 pumps? It was the machine hull, the processor, and 2 pumps. And then I've been, actually, I have some over here. Because I just made some for the assembly line gratings. Okay, so we've got the IV thing. The only thing I don't like about this is... Okay, so the solution is, and I say solution really... Oh, hey, I did something wrong. No, I want... Not there. There, okay. Okay, so I should be able to... Why are you not getting power? Did you get power? You got power. You got power. Will it not accept power from the inside? Or from the underside? No, you've got power. Oh, right, because it needs a 1. Okay, so it should be... Well, we'll go ahead and force it. Okay, so... I come over here a little bit. Not the epic glass collector, the gas siphon, exotic gas siphon, is the actual best solution. But obviously we need a UHV. What's it? So until we get to this point, we have to do all of this. We have to do it all kind of by hand. And so normally, I'm trying to figure. I'm doing my words real carefully, not because it matters, just because I'm trying to think how I normally do it. Normally, I can just toss these, honestly. I don't need those tin cables, and I don't need that copper foil for anything. It just seems like such a waste. Oh. Hello. So, looking at this, normally, I would just wait and limp by on my slow production until I got to the next tier. But UHV is... it's a ways away. So, HV, EV, IV, LUV, ZPM, UV, UHV. So, we are just barely touching ZPM. It's going to be a little... I mean, we have to get through, like, 2 new mechanics, at least, that I know of, before we get to UV at all. And then once we get to UV, it's going to be a while before we get to UHV. And I'm not even sure that we do UHV before we get, like, the Stargate done. So, it might absolutely be a thing. Okay, so this is the part where I think I might be jumping the shark a little bit. Oh no, that's... dang it, I did that backwards. I need this to be an output bus. Okay, so we need to make... So here's the question, I guess, is the question. Here's the question, I guess, is the question. I will probably extend this out, but every single step at this point, I feel like, takes an hour. So I'm trying really hard to pick the tasks that are moderately interesting to do. So right now, we've got nether agglomeratio made, but I would like to do that. Wait, what are we inputting here? Oh, this... Hold on. This is nether agglomeratio, and air makes nether air. Okay, so that is the nether air, and the nether air goes in to make the ender air. So we need end agglomeratio and nether agglomeratio. So let's go make 2 crushers, both alike dignity. And I have some macerators already made. At least I thought I did. Cutter... Extractor, fluid forming press, gas collector, lathe, macerator. 2. Okay, good. I'm going back and forth. So let's make the macerators, and then for now, I'm gonna just dump in the end stone and the netherrack because those seem to be okay. I think the thing that's stopping us is the nether air, and then probably, I mean, I'm going to do the exact same treatment right here. You know, move it off by, I'll kind of probably give it 3, so it'll be like the nether will go where the end stone is, or ender area is right now, and I'll do the exact same setup, but it's going to be for the nether air. And then I'll do the exact same setup, but for overworld air, like right in here. And they're going to be obviously more complicated, but there's going to be a lot of parallelism, right? Because the nether air, I can't produce 100 buckets of nether air and use that nether air to produce 200 buckets of ender air in any reasonable speed to keep up with the distillery. But I think I can create the end stone wherever we're doing that. But I might also duplicate the creation of the end stone. So that's what I'm thinking right now. So let's see. We have blue steel. Let's start with that, and then. Sorry, what I'm trying to say is I'm gonna probably extend this out, and just do everything from scratch, or at least from lava and redstone and glowstone. We'll see. It might change based on how much space we've got. I just, it's already almost gone to an hour, and I am actually looking at the rain clouds come in, and I can't record after that, so it'd be silly to have the last. Oh, where am I going? What am I looking at? I'm trying to figure out what we need. I said blue steel. I went inside to cool off, and I'm already realizing that cooling off did not restore brain function as well as I was hoping. Firmer bright blue steel. That's might be not enough blue steel, which is probably okay. I think I've got enough blue steel, but we'll see. Oh shoot! Dang! Wait! We need, for nether air, we need nether agglomeratio, which is actually an extractor. And to get the extractor is a whole thing, isn't it? So how are we going to fit all this in there is the question. Because I need this, all 6 of this for the multi-block extractor. I could put the single block extractor in there, but I don't want to. Let's go. Let's build out the multi-block extractor. It's silly, but it's much more future-proof. Yeah, let's try that. Watertight casing. Am I out of watertight casing again? Or did I put it in here? Put it in here. Good. Okay. And then, the extractor is a bit of a pain to make. Let me go make that real quick, and I'll be back. All right. This is always a little bit of a scary thing. Did I do my math right, or will you all mock me? That's the question. Okay, should have 8. Nope. Okay. And then these ones, we should be able to make 8. Oh, nope. Whatever that is, go away. This. Okay, we can make 8 of those. And then can I make 8 of these? Oh, baby, look at that. I did the math right. I feel so clever. All right, so I might have bitten off more than I could chew with this whole project here, because I didn't realize. I was thinking the difference. I mean, look, the difference between nether agglomeratio and nether rack dust, right? Like it's not unreasonable to realize why I'd make that decision. Okay, so the extraction machine is 5. Build ourselves a little third full platform here to operate from. And we want power. Power can just come out right here, right? Yeah, that's probably the best place for it. I'm not used to it being 64 of them. And the input bus is gonna have to come from the front, I think. It will hurt around. Oh man, this is gonna get messy. One of the things that I don't like about. Oh wait, there's actually 2 of those in there. So let's leave the bottom open so I can remember to fill that. And then this one we can fill, except this one's going to be the auto maintenance hatch. And then we go there. And then I need perspective. I just need to think about this. No more. I think about everything too much. Trying to think. Okay, so we've got the output bus. We've got the energy. We got this guy. We can just fill the rest of this in, right? The only thing is the input is going to come out the front. Not here. It's okay. And I think we want it right here. And that way it's as close to this side as we can get. I can find my input up there, right there. Right literally in front of me. And water tank casings. Nope, that was the wrong way to do that. Smart money would be to break the blocks so I can see past them, but smart money is not how we do things around here. Alright, we need two of the steel pipes. I am shocked at how many of these we're using. Everything seems to want one. Steel pipes. Nope, that's titanium. I like the fact that we're diversifying at least now. We're... Oh, you know what? I bet you... Did I take them with me and put them up here? No. No. Did I put them back in here? I just had some steel pipe casings, right? Oh, they went all the way up there. I gotta remember to sort more often. I've been not sorting because the sorting is so haphazard that it's hard to remember if there's any difference. Come on. When I'm saying come on like that, it's literally self application. I'm not trying to like claim that the game's cheating or anything. I have to make that note because I think sometimes people think that that's right. I'm not trying to imply that I'm so awesome. I'm trying to imply that I can't believe that I keep making the same mistakes, which are totally justified and reasonable mistakes, but it's that constant awareness of my own impracticality that makes things better. Okay, let's take a look here, and I need to make another one, honestly, right here, right now. So let's do that. And then we will load it with the nether agglomeratio and see how that does. I think we have to find it first. No, I know where it is. Energy hatch. Again, not used to it being 64 of them. Used to always have it like 4 or so. We might not have enough waterproof casing now that I'm looking at this. No, we should have enough. We should have enough. I say with confidence and optimism. Okay. Trying to remember. We just built it, and I already can't remember what the pattern was. I did pick up the one that fell over here, right? Yeah. Okay, so then... So one of the things that I think is going to be funny is I think the slimes might spawn in 1x1 spaces. Will they spawn there? Like inside that little hole? No, not that one. That's where the actual machine will go. This is there. Knock over. Water tight. Oh, we are going to be shy, aren't we? Oh, we're like going to be like 3 shy. That's so sad. This one is going to go in down below, though. I think. I don't know. I don't know. We could probably do this one down below. So that'll be the input bus, and then the walkway will just be this little like 2 wide bit right here, about 3 wide. I don't need to get back here that badly, so I'm not real worried about it. But I am trying to be at least cognizant of it. All right, we need to go get 3 more. That's not that big a deal. We just... I do this so many times that it's become pretty quick. What I'd like to do is set up a machine that just makes, not all of them, but like I can put a metal in and it separates out 1 stack into the lathe, and then it puts 3 stacks into the fender, and then it combines all the bits and pieces into the outside. But so far I haven't been able to convince myself to do that. And even though I made that assembler, I still have this guy available, so I've been cheating and just running over here because it's slightly faster. It's 2 ticks instead of 4. And then as long as I'm only making a stack of the casings, it seems to be pretty quick. It's when I start trying to do like 4 stacks at a time. That's when I sit around twiddling my thumbs. All right, and then you and you can do this. You can get all the pieces you need. Steel? Nope, steel's down here again. I should have left it where I saw it. Oh, don't forget everything. You got this. Come on. Large extraction machine. But these ones I can just place nicely. 1, 2, and... Wait a second. How did I miss that block there? Doesn't matter, I've got enough for it. But that's amusing to me. Alright, close you off, and if I close you off... Oh, I still need to place this guy. Okay, we're set. Alright, so that's the input bus. Let's go grab the agglomeratio and see if this whole thing works, because I do have a penchant. Now, do I normally say penchant? No. But right now, I am feeling very high maintenance. So we're going to use the word penchant for... it's over here somewhere. It's all the way down at this other end. Yeah, I think these are agglomeratio, I hope. Same reason why I'm saying agglomeratio. It sounds so dramatic. Yeah, this one's going to go on the top. Although I'm doing this like this, and that's maybe not the best. Because... Okay. You should be working, but you're not, because I bet you're set to not extracting. Extractor. Another air. Another agglomeratio. Oh! That's agglomeratio. Ah! Okay. Huh. Okay. That's not how I wanted to do that. It's okay. Let's set that up, and then I guess here's what we're gonna do. I can figure out where we need to be. Here, right? Yeah. I want you to push out into here. With just a single. Why can't I do that? Oh, because you're the void nugget. Where am I going to put it then? Can I reach? No, I can't reach that far. Alright, well, I don't want to do this, but we're going to do that. Because it's just going to stay here for 2 seconds while I hit this square. So, keep exact, and we'll keep exact 24. That worked real well, didn't it? You are going to get linked, and then we'll run this over here. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's okay. I just feel silly. I shouldn't feel too silly, but I do. Okay. So you're extracting, you're mixing, and then we should see that this guy's got ender air in the input hatch. Okay. And then, sorry, did I say ender or nether? I don't know. And then we have to do the exact same thing for here. Other end. Nope, don't go there. Can't go that way. Did I mention I'm trying really hard to get rid of these lines? Part of the issue was when we built this, this was like we had the upstairs and we had this room. This was like I didn't even have this whole floor done. I just had this one line right in the center. And so man, it just bumps it all out right away, doesn't it? Okay. So space was at a premium, so everything kind of got smooshed in as much as possible. I thought I was making lots of space by having hundreds of blocks placed, right? Because it's like 52 blocks, 51 blocks wide, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 15 blocks wide, and then 51 blocks long. So that's what 750 space squares that we can place stuff. Plus, like it was like 8 tall. How naive. How very naive I was to think that that would be enough space. Okay, so I can put this guy down right here. Actually, I should have used those. I don't care about those. Oh, I'm going to put it right here. And like so. You're not running because you don't have power. This is why I like to make sure I'm checking early and often, because otherwise all of these things kick up at once. Ideally, we only ever have one very obvious error. Okay, so you're making ender air. Oh, and you know what I just realized? This isn't going to work. We need to see, this is why we do this. Let's get rid of this, and let's get rid of this. And some of those need to get rid of too. In fact, we'll get rid of all of those because we need ivy. Well, at least more than MV. I think I'm using on this one. We have an EV output hatch, an IV output hatch, and the rest were MV. But there's no reason to. There's no reason to be like that. Let's go ahead and you know what? We could probably make a stack of these. I think we can do IV okay. If I can find where we are. IV machine holes, which actually I might be out of, mixed with, is it titanium? IV input hatch is stainless steel. I cannot keep track. Just can't. Basically, it comes down to we could probably do LUV. Ooh. I don't think we can do LUV. LUV input. Okay, hold on. Hatch. It's 512. It does take liquid polybenzamide as well, but I've got this thing. What would 8,000 buy me? If I did 16, that's only half of that. Okay, I changed my mind. Why not go big? Oh, you know what? We should do both. We should do both. And we'll do some of them as the IV, and we'll do the big ones as, yeah, that'll work. So if I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we said 16, right? And then, because I think I think it's just, oh, it is LUV. It's okay. We've got the LUV. It's just going to take a little while, but still. It was titanium, right? Oh, fancy. Okay, I might have to let this run for a second, because we're going too big, but it's fine. So stainless steel. No, you know what? Let's do it like this. Let's grab this, and we'll put these guys in here. No input hatch stuff. Okay, that's good. And didn't I just literally grab a? There we go. Okay, you've got that. So now if I put in the stainless steel and the IV machine hulls, set this to a 1. Okay, you'll process those. And then this one we can set to process these ones. Titanium drum, LUV machine hull. It's not working yet because we need to... I'll just grab this. Ha! That's got enough for everything. That's awesome. I need to make like 4 of these assembly things. One for each of the different kinds of material, but yikes. Yikes. Yikes indeed. We were going to put this guy in. Okay. So yeah, it's only using... I could do hatches with this too. Okay. I'll be back in just a... Well, we can put down some of these. Right? 15 seconds. All right, I'll be back in a couple minutes. All right, this has got to be sufficient. Sure. All right, so some of these are going to be output hatches. You know, like everything else. Go big. Just go big. It's fine. All right, so we'll get rid of all of these. 7 is fine. And then I'll have to sort out my inventory here in a little bit. But I'm not hitting the shift key in the right pattern. Okay. And there we go. Okay, we got output hatches. I don't care about this output bus, I don't think, because it's, you know, we're literally going to take you and put you right there. Whatever. And although, yeah. Sorry, one more time. Not auto outputting. Okay, so you're in, and then what we need is this input bus. And this one is going to be the, did I just put all LUV down? No. Good, okay. Because those ones, well, hold on, no, we did say that some of them should be LUV. So hold on, what's, which ones of these are the LUV ones? The very bottom one has to be IV. That's the nitrogen dioxide, liquid, and air. 122.50, and then the rest can be IV. It's fine. But these ones, this one and this one, and I know I literally just put them down, but you know, give me a little slack, please. Oh, come on. I hate when I start getting my left and right clicks confused. Okay, LUV output hatches, IV output hatches. Consistency, we don't know the word. LUV output hatch, and then IV input hatch, or LUV input hatch. Okay, perfect. So you've got 8,000. You are not running very fast. Okay, what is it that's slow? You're running at IV power. So the question is, do I do a... I think for now, the answer is... And I know I lose the resources every time I do that. I just, you know, it's air. It's a little bit of air. No big deal. Okay, so that's a little bit better, but it's only, you know, it's only double the output, or double the speed. We could do the parallel hatches, but if I were going to do parallel hatches, I would upgrade the energy hatches to 16 amp first. Although I guess the parallel hatches stay forever, don't they? So that is one of the benefits, is that you can just use a regular size hatch and you get the benefits. I don't think we're ready for this yet, but there is the epic master. Sorry, this was elite, this one's master, this one's ultimate. I have titanium, ZPM, LUV emitter, LUV sensor. So this is more LUV sensors. No, we were doing IV sensors earlier, but I'm gonna automate these shortly. That's why we're doing all this, so we can get the radon, so that we can make the collapsed nether star shards or quantum shards or whatever they're called. Yeah, okay. I'm not hating this so far. This is part of the thing is not only is it much faster than before because it's dedicated, but it's also 200 should go. So the LED input hatch is wasted because it's never gonna back up, or at least shouldn't back up. But because I'm not warping, you know, a 64. This one's a stainless steel drum. Because I'm not warping a stainless steel drum back and forth with 256 in it, then I don't have to worry about it. So we're good on that front. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to tear this down. I think I can tear down the Ender Air creation. Is there anything we do with Ender Air other than mixer? Yeah, mixer. Sorry, Ender Air. We could get just deuterium and nitrogen dioxide, and this is a 10 bucket recipe, so it's a 5-to-2 ratio and a 5-to-1 ratio, or 10-to-1 ratio for deuterium. But if I recall correctly, the vacuum freezer just makes it better, like all around. So this is 200. Yeah, so this is a 5-to-6 ratio of the nitrogen dioxide and a 4-to-1 ratio for the deuterium gas. So it's just all around better to use the liquid. It takes a little bit of extra time, and you have to do it in 200 batches instead of 10 batches. But you also get all the rest of this stuff out of it. We can't just run it through a distillery. But again, okay. Let's just double check. Ender Glamour ratio. This makes Ender Air. Ender Air. Okay, we do need Ender Air for other stuff, so I have to leave the Ender Air production facility. But it should back up as soon as we're good. So I'll basically put a giant tank on it instead of this. Draconic stem cells, vacuum freezer, bulk vacuum cooling. This one does it 1,000 buckets at a time. That's crazy. Oh, if I could get some chorus flowers, I can't figure out how we're supposed to. Oh, we get them from the end. Duh. We get them from the end. That's it. That's all. Okay, cool. I don't know that we need chorus flowers, but because we can. And the liquid Ender Air. This is. Oh, we do use that for other stuff. But that is so far away that I'm not going to worry about it. We'll make it, you know, it's not much to make it. So yeah, I'll tear this down. I'll tear down the other one that is cooling it down. Although I guess we could, it'll back up eventually. So I might just put a small tank on it and call it good. But this guy is running. I'll basically put a crusher down, the macerator that I had earlier. The macerator will go there and right here, and it won't be. It'll come out to here. Right, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it'll come out to here. It won't be blocking any of that, so that part's okay. It'll face this way towards me, and then the question is, I think we'll make end stone to feed into the crusher, but I'll steal the netherrack from the netherrack production over here, from the next one. So all of that should work out okay. Yeah, and then yeah, it'll all work. It'll work, and I'll show you what it looks like in the next one. But this has been an hour, an hour and a half. I apologize. I am enjoying this. I'm having a lot of fun with putting these all together. But yeah, I mean, you see, it's just a lot. You can't even make it too pretty because you're gonna tear it down in like not too long. I mean, I guess that's my thought. Other people might have other thoughts. Anyhow, I appreciate you hanging out, and until next time, I'll catch you on the flippity flop.